Hi everyone, this is Keith Pabian from Pabian Law. Today we're going to go back to basics and discuss what is an H-2B visa. A lot of our videos have focused on different aspects of this incredible staffing opportunity, but I want to just talk about some of the basics today. So what the H-2B visa is a very niche piece of the U.S. immigration law system. To our hospitality clients, a lot of them live and die by this, but for a lot of other organizations and businesses and people in the United States, they have no idea what this thing is. So the H-2B visa was created by Congress back in 1990 to help seasonal businesses staff. So I always say to clients, it's really not about whether or not you can find U.S. workers, although there is a part of the process, about a 2-week part of the petition process where we have to go through a recruitment step to prove that there are no U.S. workers available. But what it's really about, and what we spend most of the time doing during the application process, is proving that the business is seasonal. So what the federal government wants to see is that during a part of the year, a business's revenue, their expenses, and their staffing numbers go up, and then they come back down again. Now, it can be for a very long time. Under H-2B visa laws, we can actually apply for up to a 10-month season. So a lot of businesses are seasonal under the immigration laws, even if they don't necessarily feel like they are. But whatever they apply for, whether it's a 6-month, a 3-month, or a 10-month season, the government wants to see that bell curve of seasonality where the revenues, expenses, and staffing goes up during the busy time of year. And again, we can apply for up to 10 months, but we can only apply during the busy season. So if an organization is in South Florida and they're busy from October through May, that's going to be the period of time that we apply for. Now, when we go through the application process, the process really revolves around the role that an organization needs. So if a hotel needs housekeepers and cooks, if a private club needs greenskeepers and servers, if a ski mountain needs lift operators and public area attendants, those are the jobs that we would apply for, and that's the way that the petition progresses. And that's really important to understand because the petition process is quite long. We start the process about 6 months before the organization needs workers. And when we start, a lot of the details about the application and about the employment period are unknown, including who are the workers that are going to come there. But 6 months ahead, all we really need to know when we first start is what are the roles that the organization is applying for, again, going back to the servers, the cooks, and so on, and what are the start dates and end dates of those seasons. Now, very importantly, and this is a mistake that we see a lot of organizations make, those roles that an organization is applying for H-2B visas have to actually revert back to a real role at the organization where they employ American workers. There's so much more to this. There are a lot of benefits to the H-2B program, including the ability to get seasoned, great workers, hopefully that can come back for subsequent seasons. Oftentimes the H-2Bs end up being some of an organization's absolute best employees, but there's also a lot of pitfalls and traps, including a numerical limit, recruiting challenges, and so on. Planning and strategy is integral to the process. And so getting ahead of this thing and really thinking things through is absolutely critical. The other thing that I will leave you with is this is a legal process with legal obligations, legal mandates, and penalties, including both civil and criminal penalties for organizations that break the rules. One of the things that has happened historically that hopefully people are moving away from is using non-lawyers and non-law firms to get them through the petition process. But all eyes are on immigration and all eyes are on immigration compliance, and it is incredibly important that any organization going through this not only uses a law firm to get them through the petition process, but understands all of the compliance mandates and how to get through it and how to set your organization up for success, not only in the petition and staffing process, but also to make sure that all of the rules are being followed once the workers arrive for the season. As always, we are here for any questions that you might have. You can learn more about us at www.pabianlaw.com. And thank you so much for tuning into this video. Take care, everybody.